Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you this bronzy makeup look. But before I go in with any eyeshadow, I'm first always going to prime my eyelids, and I'm using the MAC Cosmetics paint pot in the color Soft Ochre. I'm applying this all over my eyelid using a P84 brush from Sigma Beauty, which is included in the brush kit that I created together with Sigma. If you want to purchase my brush kit, I have it linked down in the description bar. So I'm using this brush to kind of like apply it all over the eyelid, and this primer is going to make sure that all the redness is removed from the eyelid, and it's going to make sure that the eyeshadow is going to stay in place all day. Now I'm using some eyeshadow guards, which I actually sell on my own website, which is anytude.shop. But if you don't own any of these eyeshadow guards, you can also use some regular sticky tape that will do the job as well. So I'm going to use this palette today from Natasha Denona. It's called the Bronze Palette. And I'm going to start with this light color and apply it in the inner corner of my eyelid. I'm using the Sigma Beauty E33 brush, which is a detailed diffused crease brush. It's kind of like a tiny blending brush, so really nice to like focus a little bit more precise with your blending. And I'm really focusing more precisely in the inner part of the eyelid and a little bit like in the crease area. So I just continue to blend until I'm satisfied with how it's looking, and I kind of keep adding more of the eyeshadow until I'm satisfied with how it's looking. I'm going to do this actually with all the shades I'm going to apply today. I wanted to kind of like create a ombre on the eyelid, going from light in the inner corner towards dark in the outer corner. But I do have to say that I found the shades that I used look kind of similar, so the gradient from light to dark is not as obvious as I wanted it to be, but it's my own fault because I should have started with an even lighter color in the inner corner. I mean, if you look at this shade in the palette, it actually looks a lot lighter than it actually does in the palette. So I wasn't really expecting it to be this dark, and that kind of like messed up my idea for what I wanted to do with my makeup today. But when I noticed this happening, I just kind of changed what I wanted to do, and it just turned into something different. However, I do really like the end result, but what I was having in mind on creating was completely different on how it turned out. But actually, sometimes that can be actually a lot fun, like to create something completely different than what you were going for. This can also be a total miss if you end up not liking it, of course. But yeah, I do really like this eye look. I think it's a really nice eye look for like a special occasion, maybe if you have a party. Because it's not super dramatic. I'm actually not wearing any fake lashes today. But it's still a little bit more glam. We're working with more dark brown colors with some shimmers on the eyelid. So it might be a bit more dramatic, or dramatic is maybe not the right word, but a little bit more than you maybe would wear on a normal day. So yeah, I just hope this video is going to give you some inspiration for maybe a special occasion. So definitely let me know if you're going to try it out. Also, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Lately, I feel like I don't have a lot of inspiration anymore for makeup looks. I think because I have around 500 different eye looks on my YouTube channel, which is insane. But I have been doing this for so long, and I feel like I have almost done everything. And I don't want to like be boring and do the same looks all over again. I feel like I've done a little bit of everything. So let me know what you guys want to see. I really want to get the spark back of feeling like really motivated and inspired with makeup. But lately I just kind of lost that feeling, which I'm really sad about because I love makeup. But I think maybe this is just one of those periods that I just maybe kind of lost that spark, but it will be back soon, hopefully. Most of the time when I receive new products, which I'm really excited about, that kind of gives me more of a boost to start creating new looks, and hopefully this will happen again. But definitely let me know what you guys want to see. I'm also thinking about doing like maybe some different stuff, not only makeup anymore. Kind of want to like expand to different things as well, maybe a little bit more fashion. But every time I upload like a tutorial with more fashion, I notice not people watch those videos when I upload those. So that's not really motivating for me. It just feels like no one wants to see it. But maybe things take time, I don't know. But yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys want to see. I mean, you people watch my videos, so it's really important for me to upload what you want to see, because else you wouldn't watch. So I'm open to all suggestions. So like you can see me doing right now, I keep adding darker shades and darker shades to kind of like darken up the eye look. I just hope by seeing me do it, it will just show you what to do. Then I'm going to take a tinier brush. This one is by Sweefi. It's actually the tiniest brush they have. And blend this shade along the lash line. I'm actually not going in with gel eyeliner for this step. I just wanted to use eyeshadow to create kind of like a smudgy dark effect. Normally I would just use gel eyeliner and create like a winged liner, but I wanted to start with some eyeshadow and see how it would look. You can also make this eyeshadow wet, or you can like spray a little bit of fixing spray on a brush and then go into the eyeshadow. And this is gonna make the eyeshadow a lot more darker and intense. So now I removed the eyeshadow guards just to see how it would look when I remove them. And you can see it left me with a really sharp edge. I decided to first like just keep it like this, and then I went in with this eyeshadow just using my finger. It actually looks more like a peachy rose golden kind of shade in the palette, but when you apply it, it actually has kind of like a greenish sparkle, which I actually ended up really liking. I think it's just a little bit different than from what I have done, which is good. So then I went in with the NYX Cosmetics Matte Liquid Liner because the eyeshadow actually covered up some of the eyeshadow, which I used to kind of like create that smudgy eyeliner. So I just created a really tiny line above the lash line, and that's all I did. Then I'm going back in with this dark brown color, which I used for the outer V as well, and using this for underneath the lower lash line. The brush that I'm using is a flat definer brush from Sigma, which is also included in the brush kit that I created with them. And just sweeping my brush back and forward and making sure that this eyeshadow is like really there. I feel like this is one of the most easiest brushes to use for this particular step because it's really flat. So you can really create like a flat line of eyeshadow underneath the lower lash line. Now going back in with this shade and a tiny blending brush from Sigma and blending this color all the way underneath the lower lash line to make it really nicely blended out, kind of giving you that blown out brown blended effect, which I think is really pretty. Those two colors look really beautiful together, and I feel like it makes my eye color actually really stand out, but I think it will look beautiful on hazel eyes, green eyes, blue eyes, and brown eyes as well. So now I'm going in with this pencil from NYX Cosmetics, which I think is called Glitzy Gold. I've used it a few more times on my channel. It's really beautiful, and I thought it would match really nicely with the eyeshadow on the eyelid. So using this all the way in the waterline. Then after this step, I'm going to curl the lashes. I always curl my lashes before going in with mascara because this makes sure that the lashes will be like really upwards and they look really nicely lifted and as long as possible. Now for my mascara, I'm going to use this mascara, which I actually used for the first time, which is by It Cosmetics. And it's called the Superhero Mascara. Now I have to say, this mascara is absolutely amazing. I do feel like I'm not a huge fan of the brush, but it makes my lashes so long. Like, I don't think my lashes have ever looked this long. So just like my previous video where I didn't went in with fake lashes, I didn't want to go in with fake lashes for this video as well, because I just felt like it was looking so good, so I just kept it this way. Of course, if you recreate this makeup look, you can definitely go in with fake lashes if you prefer that. But yeah, that was the video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. This is really helpful for my YouTube channel. And let me know what you want to see for my next video. And hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!